Hey, what's up everybody? And as you can see, this is a small, not a full, but a small review of Soul Calibur 5. Now, I rented the game, as I mentioned in my video blog earlier. I rented the game this past weekend from Redbox. I was kind of surprised Redbox had it, because sometimes it takes them a while to get some of the newer ones in there. But anyway, I ended up renting it from Redbox this weekend, and I just returned it today. The reason being is because I purchased it from Amazon.com, so I'll be hopefully getting it this week as well. But I have to say this about Soul Calibur 5 in this small review. You know, to me it's a decent looking game. I'll definitely give it that. I mean, the graphics are crisp, like Angry Joe has said, crisp and clean. It's like, it's definitely what you would expect out of the Soul Calibur series. Now, I will admit, I do agree that the story mode could have been improved on. In fact, if you're going to do an actual story mode, even for fighting games, and this has been proven throughout, I mean, even WWE 12 does it for the Road to WrestleMania mode, you should at least use some cutscenes. Yeah, I know maybe it would probably be a little bit more asking a lot for what's going on, but you should at least try some cutscenes. That's the way I look at it. Now, the reason I say they should have tried some cutscenes, and actual cutscenes, not just in between, because the cutscenes are beautifully done. I mean, if they wanted to do a CGI Soul Calibur movie, these are the people you want to hire. But if you would have if they would have gone just with that, for the cutscenes telling the story about these two siblings, it would have made it worthwhile. Definitely made it worthwhile. Now, I will say this. The curation mode is tremendous. Definitely improved on. It's tremendous. I mean, yeah, you do have to download maybe an extra package, if you will, from Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network for like the other characters, the femme fatales and all that. Maybe, you know, what you have to do, and it's only about 160 points, I think, or whatever it's cost on PlayStation Network. Anyway, though, I thought they really improved, and I like the idea that even with your created characters, you can break the armor off, and they really, to me, they really give your created characters like a feel like they're actually part of the game, and that's pretty cool. I mean, when they do the cutscenes for like the super moves, to see your own created character do that, it's unbelievable. It's just tremendous, and I'm sorry if I'm pausing every now and then. I'm trying to think about what I'm going to say, but it's unbelievable. It's really, really good, really well done. Now, like I said, the only thing that I think needs to be improved on, if anything, is when you do the story mode, you need to do actual cutscenes. The stills, look, I admit, the stills, they're drawn well. There's no doubt about it. And maybe they're going for the more narrative, kind of graphic novel, Lord of the Rings, Twilight kind of deal. Maybe. But to me, if you're going to go for that, you should just do the whole thing like that, if you're going to go in that direction. But when you got a game like this, which has a reputation of being one of the most unique fighting games and fighting games / story mode fighting games out there, you want to really improve on that. You want to really associate good patience with that. You want to associate perfection with that. You want to show that you truly care about this franchise. Now again, for me to actually be able to play this game, I was just happy. I mean, I like Soul Calibur. It's probably one of the only fighting games I'm pretty damn good at. And I'll explain why. The mechanics, at times, if you're new or if you haven't played a Soul Calibur game in a while, are kind of tricky, and you need to figure out how to do which ones. Now, of course, you can press start and find out exactly what what buttons to press to do what moves and super moves. Or you can go through, as Angry Joe put it, the boring ass tutorial. Now I have not yet done the arcade mode, nor have I even done the legendary mode. But I will say this: this is one of the areas I do agree that Soul Calibur has to work on. They have to work on decent arcade modes. Even if you have a game that nobody likes, or even gives a crap about, and they somehow outdo you by at least having some kind of cutscene, or some kind of intro and outro, then that's saying something. To me, I can probably understand that maybe they wanted to save space, disk space and all that, because of the graphics being even more crisp and clear, and more movie quality like with the CGI. And and the same, and maybe also for the fact that when you use the curation mode and you put yourself or your friend or whoever you want in the game, that, like I said, with the CGI, it's kind of like the cutscenes when you do the super moves. Maybe that's one of the reasons they kind of decided, you know what, we're not going to do the intros and outros anymore. We're just going to do it like this, where the person's just standing. You got to go back to the main menu, or you got to restart all over again. But like I said, that's one thing that needs to be improved on. If they're going to do a 6th one, they need to improve on that. They need to improve on that, as well as improve on story mode if they do number 6. And I agree on that. They need to improve. Now, I have not yet done the live stuff. I've not participated yet on Xbox Live, but from what I have heard, and especially you can trust Angry Joe at any time. I know that. It's definitely worthwhile. I mean, he says an actual spectator mode, which I'm definitely looking forward to, and being able to chat and everything, and then being able to face off against created characters even in offline mode. To me, that's worth the money to purchase it. Yeah, I admit the story mode and the arcade mode and the legendary mode may not be worth the purchase, but everything else, so like I said, the Xbox Live deal, the spectator modes, and being able to chat and facing created characters from around the world, even doing offline mode, the custom curations, and all that, to me, kind of evens it out, and it's worth the purchase. If you think about it, evens it out, it's worth the purchase. That's the way I look at it. That makes it worthy enough to be a game you want. Yeah, you'll have to tolerate as Joe puts it, the 3-hour bore fest of a story mode, but you know what? Let's take a look at it this way. We have seen worse in video games. Exactly, we have seen worse in video games. So, to me, Soul Calibur 5 is an 8 out of 10 for me. An 8 basically being it's worthy of purchasing and renting, and maybe waiting till it goes down in price and getting it used or something. But 8 out of 10 to me is worth it either way. And that's why I bought the damn thing. But that's just a small review. I'll do a full review where I talk about everything about Soul Calibur, from everything, when I get the chance, when I have the game, and I'm going through story mode, and I'm doing this and doing that. I'll probably do some updated reviews every now and then, because everybody's always told me you shouldn't review something unless you play it all the way through. And that's true, so that's why I'll probably do some updated reviews in the future. But that's all I'm going to say for this small review. Comment down below, tell me what you think. Talk to y'all later.